The early warning system is a tool used to communicate warnings to students, as well as instructors, that an academic problem is beginning to appear or has become more serious. Warnings can be generated based on graded performance, late or missing coursework, or last access date to the course. The instructor can choose to communicate a particular warning to just a student or to the student and the student's advisor. In addition, the instructor has control over the message each time a warning is communicated. The instructor can use the default message or modify it to more accurately communicate the seriousness of the situation. The early warning system is designed to work closely with the Blackboard Grade Center. The early warning system uses the Grade Center's results and alerts the student's performance based on those rules. Those rules are created by the instructor, and the instructor determines when the early warning system flags student performance. Let's take a closer look at the warnings. The grade warning identifies when student performance on an assignment, assessment, or manually entered graded item is equal to or below a certain level defined by the instructor. It is also possible to create a grade rule that identifies when a learner exceeds a performance level. This can be a very useful tool for identifying positive feedback opportunities. The due date warning identifies when a student does not complete coursework by the due date. A due date rule can only be used to track an assignment or an assessment created through the Blackboard Learning System. Due date rules cannot be created for manually graded items. The last access rule identifies the last time a student accessed your online course. This capability enables faculty to quickly identify students who need more attention by defining rules against key performance metrics, such as online activity, grades, and/or due dates, as well as encourages student engagement by making it easy for faculty to notify students about performance concerns via email directly from the early warning system. The early warning system allows you to engage learners, encourage your learners, gain your learners' attention, and increase your learners' participation. Being able to monitor and increase the level of student engagement and participation, as well as increase the level of encouragement and the level of learners' attention, will lead to an increase in student success. Please keep in mind that the early warning system does not continually monitor your course. The instructor must check the early warning system periodically and click refresh to discover incidents of student performance that trigger an alert. The early warning system consolidates these incidents and allows the instructor to easily report problems. The early warning system does not automatically detect problems and notify students. Please remember to refresh your rules manually on a regular basis. In order to access the early warning system, you must first scroll down beneath your course menu and access the control panel. Within the control panel, you would click on the evaluation link and then click on the early warning system link. As you see right now, when the early warning system screen appears, there are no rules for this course. We need to create the rules. In order to add a rule, you would hover over the Create Rule chevron. As you may remember from the overview of the early warning system, there are 3 rules that you can create: the grade rule, the last access rule, and the due date rule. Here we're going to create a grade rule. I'll click the grade rule button, provide it with a rule name. In this case, I'm going to call it Assignment 1 Grade Rule. I want the rule to be available. Under Section 2 Rule Criteria, in the Grade Center, I want it to apply to Assignment 1. So I simply select Assignment 1, and then I must define my criteria. I want to be notified of anybody who got less than or equal to a score of 75 on Assignment 1. I then click the Submit button. As you can see, the rule was created. It's now in the early warning system. However, over to the right, the second to last column says number of warnings 0 out of 6. So that means I have 6 students enrolled in this course and I don't have any warnings yet. The rules do not automatically refresh or run themselves upon creation. You must remember to refresh your rules manually periodically. So I select the checkbox to the left of the rule and click the refresh button, and then I select OK. Once the rule is refreshed, you'll notice at the second to last column, number of warnings, there will be a number of warnings out of possible number of students. Here it says there's 8 warnings, meaning 8 students have met the criteria of assignment 1 with a score less than or equal to 75. In order to view the warning, I would simply click the chevron below the rule's name and then click on Review Rule Status. You will then see a listing of all your learners and whether each learner meets the criteria defined by the rule, as well as a detailed status for each learner meeting the rule's criteria. So here we can see that Joyce Barnes met the criteria established for the rule, meaning that she got a score equal to or less than a 75 on assignment 1, and the detailed status is she received a score of a 68. From here, if I want to send an email notifying the students, I could click the students I wish to notify, navigate up top, hover over the Notify button, and select Student Only. I can then type in the message that I wish to appear to the students, scroll down, and click Submit. Once you're back at the Early Warning System's main page, there's one more option for you, the notification history. The notification history, or the notification log, serves as a record of the Early Warning System's communications to students. The log can be used to confirm that students were made aware of performance issues. To view the notification log, you simply select Notification History, and you will then see a listing of all the notifications sent via the Early Warning System. You may sort by date, rule name, or user using the options in the upper portion of the screen.